You've got the rosters that are on here. You expect that these two are going to be it. And Win starting it off with a bang. Takes care of Shinobi. Relics is able to trade it back out as Win drops. But this is the most highly anticipated series of the day.
Yeah, we already see the funnel in towards that A site. Just down to 2 now for the side of Gen.G. And they will follow exactly in the coattails of Cloud9 through the ropes. A couple of pre-fire shots, player one thinking, hey, that ghost looks pretty nice right about now. But it's a firing squad. It's playstyle. It's all chalked up to playstyle. And so we can sit here and we can talk, oh, okay, yep, all right, look,
no.
This defender sided, blah, 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 blah. But it's playstyle oriented. So FaZe is going to find 2. They'll make their way on that B side, but it's already starting to really fall apart here. 10's the last one standing. Quick shot onto player one will bode well, but it's 1 HP. You sneeze on 10's and he will fall. Unfortunately, not looking in the right direction.
And for now, things look like they're going pretty nicely in favor of freaking A of Gen.G, and GMD seems to be feeling just fine after potentially being sick yesterday. Yeah, no traces of that here so far.
Just down to 10's now. Has the Blade Storm. Can't really make it worth his while, but... Oh, no! In the smoke! Oh, he will.
Wow.
Oh! You slice. And
Oh, no, excuse me. Knotted up. 4-4 as far as personnel goes with 1:15 left on the clock. Relics. Oh, Effies! Effies gets 3 there. Filthy shots. Buttery smooth. Taking care of Cloud9. And that's going to leave things in a terrible spot. A little wide, but... we're going to see GMD pop one of his own. Boost his way all the way over, but the dash out keeps him alive, but you ain't going to stay alive long enough. The shots from GMD take care of 10's. Vice, Shinobi, and Relics even it back out as Win drops along with the rest of Gen.G, and that's going to leave things in a 3v2 in favor of Cloud9. The spike is going to go down. This is a tough take if you're Gen.G.
yeah, and quite honestly, the economy, if Cloud9 take this over, is going to start to really balloon into their favor. So early looks towards what Gen.G have in store. It's going to be the attempt, at least for a take. Player one ends up with the out frag onto Relics, and now heading down the ramp. The rest of the team, it's like a divide and conquer approach now for Gen.G. The camera going to be taken out. Paranoia trying to put Effies in an uncomfortable position, but Paranoia is not what he will be feeling. He'll be feeling confidence. They are now looking to push in. Spike is ticking. They still need to try to land this defuse, but it's player one that is in a position to get the defuse. Effies, what communication? How do you do that? When you call it a day, pick up a new weapon and upgrade. Player one gonna be feeling a little paranoid. Was that the no-scope from Hyundai? Oh, baby, keep him coming. That'll be another one onto Mitch. Yes, I get it. It's the eco. But I think that no-scope was a little impressive if it ended up being we caught it late in the transition to his perspective. Shinobi now having to fall back. A flawless round for Gen.G.
Map, we mentioned about how the new opening on this evens things out. 10's is able to get one win with a rare miss here, but that should tell him everything he needs to know. The onslaught's going to be coming in through heaven. Win decides to go forward. He's going to have the Blade Storm. He's going to land the kill onto Shinobi. Mikhail gets one as well. He turns. Relics gets one onto player one. He's going to decide to push. Oh, the classic shot. How the heck did he do that? Win gets cleaned up.
Has his eyes set towards the screen and misses the timing. Now, for the side of GMD, he might see the barrel of the gun, but now here comes the swing. It's 51 HP down to Relics. And here's the showstopper. That's going to be bad news, as it'll be sent towards the box. Relics sending a couple of utility pieces towards the ropes, but it's player one that has been there all along. Headshot onto Vice, and now as they come in from above, he may be in a great position. On the site, it's 10's, and he'll be dealt with handily. Now Effie's paranoia does work out quite well, but now has to deal with 3 members pushing forward. They do not want to deal with the smoke. The swing is good, and the spike is down. Doug, it's the 3v2 in favor of Cloud9 now. Oh, sorry, of Gen.G.
And I love what we just saw at Effie's there. Get the pick and then back out, because you see the spike. You don't need to play it aggressively. Relics, Shinobi, and Shinobi again. The 2-piece there.
Mikhail going to be the first contact point. Likely going to see one. Now the hot hands come through, so they can't really walk through the fire, but it's a weird one. I don't think it covers the whole walkway, so he's going to try to use the wall here as well, and a lot of his healing tools are now unavailable. So the rest of Cloud9 making their way through the ropes, and that's going to be the ramp, that comes through. Mitch will find player one. Effie's getting into the back of side, and I like this because he's here to support GMD. They'll make their way through, but he's been down below the whole time. 2 shots are clean. and Gen.G tie us up 6-6 to move on.
Off quite yet.
So this is going to be the half that'll give us all the information that we need. This could be the opportunity for Cloud9 really to start cooking, and we're seeing that already kick off in the round at hand. Lots of frags going over to the way of Cloud9. Just great aiming all around. Of course, the pistol pretty much relies on that primarily more than anything else. And you're seeing Gen.G pull away. Already GMD has gathered a lot of ground on this site. Unfortunately, trying to hop in. Shinobi will take him out and send him to the graveyard. This is going to be the half that is very important for Gen.G to show us that they can win. Split, statistically, a defender-sided map. Cloud9 kept it super close, 6-6, but it is, again, their map. And so if it is quote-unquote their map, they should be able to just shut out Gen.G and not let them bleed any rounds whatsoever. So we'll see what ends up being the case. Pistol likely going to go over unless that happens. 2 quick frags. Unfortunately, it's Relics waiting close to the right, and they'll see now the push forward. Shots are good down to player 1, and it's Mitch, one of the last members standing.
Into his crosshairs, the wall goes up just in the nick of time, but they're going to be spotted anyway. Vice still the first one, the first point of engagement, gets one. The spike has been dropped. Vice rotating away as Shinobi gets one as well. From the top ropes, he gets cleaned up as GMG lands the clean shots to take care of Shinobi. Win on the spike, and the paint shells just hurt too dang much. That's going to leave 1 member left on the side of Gen.G. They made it close. They made it interesting. Cloud9 manages to win the round with only 2, but it's still a win. It's
kind of gone. They only have Heaven really secured. Now they come in. That's going to be the angle here from Shinobi. Only gets the quick trade, so that's opening up here for Gen.G. They'll likely get that spike down, and Hyun's still going to be in trouble as GMD will quickly trade it out just down to the final 1 player. It's player 1, so to speak, and there's 2 up in Heaven. He needs to play this masterfully if he wants to keep things cooking. If he's able to get 1, Resurrection will come through, but as I say that, it's the dirt nap for him. Hopefully he brought a pillow. It'll finally get destroyed by Gen.G. Spike, of course, going down. Those credits will go in their way, but you can't really shoot through that box, and as a result, that'll be the escape artist that comes through. It's the Omen that backs away. 2 frags already so far for the defense. That's a blast back to the dome, and it's just not going to go the way of Gen.G.
All they're at a Mitch. You're going to force them to make a play, right? Either you come through the wall or you rotate away, and they're coming through the wall. FaZe is able to get Shinobi McKill with the flash. Doesn't land anything quite yet. There's run it back, and it runs out as Vice takes care of GMD down to 2 members on the side of Gen.G to keep this map alive. If they don't pull this off, it's going to be over, and it's going to be a 1-0 lead. McHale tries, but it's not enough. Mitch puts him under, and it's going to be a 1-0 series lead for Cloud9.
And quite honestly, it is not really quite similar to Jett, but can really get the job done with some crazy plays. Vice already finding some crazy plays of his own. 4 kills, the ace. Where did that come from? Vice.
TenZ is going to be the first one, the first line of defense, looking to see if anyone's going to go up. Just starts blind firing, doesn't connect, but is enough to scare him. Somehow lands that shot on to win. I don't even know how that works. Vice gets another 2. TenZ gets 1 as well, and the 3rd to clean it up. What we can see, Relics is going to get a chance here as well, as McHale and player 1 are going to be there. McHale whiffs the first shot, and that's the only shot he got. As he gets taken out, Mitch and GMD trade a couple kills as well, and the action erupts over onto the B site. Take a look at how things are panning out, folks. Shinobi's able to get FaZe through the wall, and he gets another one. The spike drops, but not able to finish up the 3rd. It's going to leave things in a 1v1, which is probably the most exciting part of Valorant here. The problem is, while McHale has the spike, and McHale's going to be on the site, it's TenZ, I believe, who is on the Raze, who's on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, but you know TenZ, and especially in a scenario like this, there's no world where you don't take the 1v1. So we're about to find out how TenZ is going to deal with this. And strangely so, they're about to meet in the hallway of the laboratory. Here comes the swing. Shots are pre-fired from TenZ, and he'll continue to push forward, now having control of the actual site itself. TenZ tries to stick the fake there, but now here comes the peek from McHale's. Oh! Yeah, you know, despite winning that round, everyone died, and so they don't really have the weaponry moving forward. And on the opposite side, Cloud9 had just slightly better odds when it comes to the economy. A quick swing, and it's just pandemonium here at A short. A lot of Cloud9 members falling just down to 2 now, and it's Mitch who's on the opposite side. Relics has the pistol. Oh, So close, but this looks like another round here for Gen.G.
The spike goes down again, 3-1. As far as personnel goes in favor of Gen.G, Mitch, the poor last one standing, trying to pull off a situation like this is much easier said than done. He's going to spot one. Yeah, that's certainly going to help his causes. Gets the second one, not able to get the third win with the judge. He's going to get challenged. I believe it's Vice. Yeah, that's Vice, and the shots aren't going to land. Vice gets up close and personal, and Mikhail wins that gunfight. Excuse me. The wall is down on a short. Shinobi's able to get another kill with the judge. Relics with the sheriff as well, and it seems like it's all about law enforcement here. It's going to be a 2v2 with the spike down. Relics drops the orbital strike, and GMD is in trouble. Yeah, he's going to get tagged up. He's going to get fried as fire falls down from the sky. There's a player right on the other side of that smoke. Yep, now he sees him. He's there. He gets the kill. Tens does as well on the other side of the map. There comes the Hunter's Fury. They know exactly where he is, as you see Shinobi trying to tag things up into heaven. Landed the last one on to win, down to 28 health, and that's all the damage that was needed. Mitch with a nice three-piece there.
They didn't even let Gen.G have an inch. So look to that. Those halves really start to develop. Player one, he'll develop some frag.
Their way in here. Tens is going to get more than one opportunity. It thinks he's going to get smoked off, and he's going to get blasted. Tens decides to go, drops the showstopper, doesn't connect onto anyone. Mikhail comes in at the exact right time to provide support. Mikhail gets one. Vice trades it as GMD drops, and Shinobi is on the wrong side of the map here.
Yeah, wait, okay. He's on the wrong side. But he finds a frag onto Mikhail, and he's still at 78 HP. So now it's the 2v2. And there's no tens in the conversation. But we still have Shinobi, and we still have Vice. And we've seen them on varying maps be the successor of really the entire team. You know, previous map, Relics was top fragging, not tens. So it's not like Cloud9 have to rely on tens to really do all of their dirty work. You've got Shinobi, you've got Vice, you've got Mitch and Relics. But this 2v2... Yun's got a direct sightline towards the spike, and the shock dart! Oh, wow! How do you anticipate that? What a read from Shinobi, but he's got some reading of his own, and it's a book on how to play Omen. First frag gonna go his way, but that spike's ticking, and he's just stalling for time. The jump through, Shinobi doesn't have enough time, a little bit more comfortable, and especially a player like Tens, who just gets to push forward and get aggressive. It might end up just like that. Just a kill onto player one with the sheriff. Like, how does that happen on the defense?
Tens is just unreal. I said this the first time I casted him, and I did thank you for reinforcing my point. This is Tens' world, and we're just living in it. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. He would have broken the internet had he hit that shot.
Front page of the Valorant Reddit before they kick it off the Reddit. No esports allowed on the Valorant Reddit. You know that. But still, Tens. Some great shots coming out from him. An early look towards B short. Vice will get that spy camera smile here on camera. And as a result, Gen.G now having to back away. Tens cannot continue that momentum, but already some great momentum found from him. Vice down to the 3v2. It's the run it back, and maybe Vice wants to push after this, but unfortunately he will fall. Now GMD with the run it back. Little does he know that if he tries to plant it, yep, that's the clone that dissipates, and now you're back all the way to the beginning. So he's going to rerun that. Give the opportunity for the defense to have a chance to make their way onto the site. GMD says, I want none of that. And now hops through connector. The resurrection makes it a 1v3. Not even having run it back available is going to be very scary for GMD. But if there's anyone that can win a 1v3 on the roster of Gen.G, it might just be the man himself on the Phoenix. We'll see now as they slowly push forward. And Mitch will be his demise. Headshot a bit more difficult for Cloud9, but that's history. That's a week ago. When you're seeing plays like this, we might see the turnaround for Cloud9 when they start to attack, or maybe it's just Gen.G that have a good stronghold on not letting their opposition push forward. As they push forward themselves, Vice finds himself in the corner, and unfortunately, as I wish I were to say, nobody puts Vice in the corner. He gets taken out quite handily, and now it's just down to two players here. The Hunter's Fury will stop that spike plant, but it'll delay it for just a few seconds, as now it's just down to Shinobi. That spike will go down, and it's Hyun that'll hunt him down. Of course, on pistols, Tens He's got every intention to send it flying. Hyun will pay the price with his life, and that's an operator on the ground. Wall goes up. They want to res. They need to fight for this. The battle res is not going to bode well. That's the lob over with the paint shells. And still, they are trying to delay this res. Player one will fall down to the 2v1, and it's Mikael who can get the job done here. 35 HP in a dream, and that dream is slowly turning into a nightmare. Spy camera going to be taken out, and now here comes the swing, and it's a face full of lead from the man, the myth, the Tens.
But he's still going to go, 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 go. He takes a deep pull of that go-go juice. Doesn't find anyone, but Vice wins the Cypher on Cypher. Tens gets one as well. The spike has been planted.
Spike, of course, down, and the rest of Gen.G, they're stuck behind the smoke. Need to make sure they can come out on top. Relics put GMD back down to the dirt nap. But Hyun trying to push forward. That shot's going to be good, but it's the crossfire. And they will just stick to defuse. Effie's trying to make ends meet, and it's not the 6-6 half. It's Cloud9 taking us to 7-5.
Coin toss, essentially, is what it is.
Oh
boy, the package to the face. Win gets taken out.
Yeah, did someone order FedEx? That was express shipping to the dome. That was great stuff coming out from Tens. That blast back will find its mark, and it's Cloud9 that find 2 opening picks. They will get that spike down. Well, sorry, it's been down for ages now. As the rest of the defense trying to funnel their way through. What a great opening for Cloud9. GMD trying to clear out close right, but little does he know, here's the swing. It's Mitch that'll answer it back. Still, Effie's trying to get the trade, but it's the turbo dunks in the air. Tens will finally take him down. It's up to player one. He's all on his lonesome. He's got a frenzy. He's got not a whole lot of friends. That first swing is good, but there's still 2 more members that remain. And with that spike ticking down second after second, there's not a whole lot that player one can do. It's Tens on the side. Headshot's good.
Get into hookah as soon as you can. Cloud9 working their way on to B.
You know, I'm starting to wonder if Cloud9 have been banning Bind because they just want to practice Ascent, you know? I'm starting to really wonder because obviously we put this together as Tens gets ripped apart at the seams. The rest of Cloud9 still looking for an opportunity to push forward, but it's now Gen.G that have found their way onto the site to try to defend this push with the spike. There's a couple of engagements that occur. Effie's with the swing, and it's just down to player one. He gets chipped away, and they've just got him cornered back in the elbow. And unfortunately, that elbow will be broken. I think for Gen.G, how disrespectful would it feel if you lose here? You know, get 2-0'd by Cloud9. Both rosters woke up on the right side of the bed. At least for almost everybody. GMD, of course, we did hear almost didn't play. And now he will not play in the round that is left as there's only player one that remains. Resurrection means Effie's is put back into the mix, but 5v2, what are those odds, Doug? Oh, Relics.
Bad. Real bad.
Oh my gosh. Oh, ugh.
From Cloud9 as it looks like it's a pretty heavy stack, however. Out on A, Win's gonna get a chance with the op, and you only get one chance, and he isn't able to make it work. Tens is able to get the opening frag, and the second drops. Gen.G down to 3 lives left to stay alive in this tournament, to stay alive in this game. Even, but Tens, it seems like he knows where they are. They're gonna flood onto the site, and they're gonna get the spike down. The last 3 members of Gen.G are back in their spawn.
You know, if we end up with an interview with Cloud9, I want with another interview with Cloud9. I really wonder how do they get this like second win? You know, they just like seem like they're struggling, and then all of a sudden, after running a 30-mile race, they're like, yeah, we can run another 20, and they do it in a faster time. Like, where do they find this second win? So far, it's Gen.G, and they're falling apart. It's just down to GMD. He finds one, can't find the second. And that second win really proved to be fruitful for Cloud9. We will not have a look on the knife round. Cloud9 take Gen.G, give them the business on a map that they chose. And Cloud9 are the victors of the tournament.